Do you know why Mark 42 is called the anti-Tony armor? At the end of the movie Iron Man 3, Tony Stark summoned many armors he had previously researched and designed, including the heavy-duty nearsighted Mark 25 Raider armor, the Mark 38 1G2 armor with super load-bearing capacity, and the Mark 41 Bones armor that can separate limbs from the body. But among the armors that appeared in the movie Iron Man 3, Mark 42 is the most impressive in this movie. Although one of the reasons why Mark 42 is so impressive is that he has a lot of scenes in the movie, there is another reason because he is an anti-Tony armor. Mark 42 armor, named Prodigal, is a modular armor created by Iron Man in the film universe. Its main feature is Tony's micro-sensing device implanted in his body. When needed, the armor will be worn on his body in a modular way. This modular armor, the wearing method greatly improves the mobility of the armor, allowing Tony to summon and control the armor no matter where he is. The armor modules are automatically connected, so the fixing screws between them are omitted, resulting in multiple counterattacks for the Mark 42. Tony's behavior, such as when he first put on the armor, the key part module moved too quickly, almost causing Tony to kill his own child. After the armor was put on for the first time, it was hit by a late module and all fell apart. This mistake also knocked out the corner of Tony's mouth. He was even ridiculed by Jarvis. And after Tony remotely controlled the armor to save the people on the plane, the armor that was handsome a second ago was hit by a truck and shattered into pieces a second later. What made Tony most embarrassed was the final battle with the villain Killian. Tony felt that Mark 42's return had a chance to defeat Killian, but when his confidence was overflowing, Mark 42 crashed into the railing. Mark 42 not only betrayed Tony through the connector but also in other ways due to the armor being an engineering prototype. For example, when the villains bombed his villa, Tony was ready to fight back in the face of artillery fire, but the small missiles on the armor's hands were blocked. A truck appeared after the battle, and armor took Tony to Tennessee, leaving him in the ice and snow. Later, Mark 42 also gave him a new codename, the Prodigal Son, because of his many anti-Tony behaviors. Although Mark 42 has done many things against Tony, he has also saved Tony many times. When Tony's villa was bombed and sank into the sea and was crushed by rocks and unable to move, the armor automatically detached from the arm to rescue Tony. And when Tony came to Tennessee and sneaked into the base of the villains alone but was caught, the favored Mark 42 appeared in time to save him. Although there were still some minor problems after the battle, the above armors all the actions of saving Tony are due to the modularity of the armor and its remote control. Tony can use the modular control method to protect Pepper by wearing armor during crises. Tony felt embarrassed by the armor in the final battle with Killian, but he still wore it under his control and protected himself. While this self-protection failed to defeat Killian, it also dealt a heavy blow to him, laying a foundation for Pepper Potts' later defeat by Killian.